Yeah, what up, y'all? Round of applause. Let's make some noise, everybody. Y'all know what it is. We are in the brand new studio. This is the Blunted on Reality show.
We are at Cast Sound Lab. Shout out.
What up, y'all? Don't mind it. I'm everywhere. I'm just everywhere.
Yes. Hey guys, we're here. We're back. This is Polka Eve. My name is Eve. We're back here in a new studio.
Yeah.
With my beautiful co-hosts.
Ready to have a great time.
I'm not beautiful.
You are. You're
I'll go with handsome. Guys can't be beautiful. We handsome.
You're right.
I'll go with handsome.
You're right.
I'm cool. I'm like, whatever.
You're okay. You're okay.
Whatever. I'm whatever.
What's up? How's everybody feeling? I'm excited. This is our first time here.
Yeah, first time here. So it's a brand new situation for everybody that's checking us out. We are live on YouTube on the Blunted on Reality show, but you can still hear the audio on 8ballradio.nyc as well.
That's right.
And by the way, my name is Punchline. Y'all get to see the visual with the voice. It was good. And this is
I'm Eve.
Eve and
I'm Sin Lover.
Sin's being real modest. Come on, give me some energy, Sin. Let's go.
What do you mean I'm being modest?
He's like, Sin.
I'm super excited. We're in a new studio. We've been trying to do this for a little while now. We started, obviously,
at Playground. Shout out to Playground.
Shout out to Playground.
Taking care of us this whole time until today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're still live on their network at 8ball Radio.
Yeah.
So just wanted to
this
shout
feels
them out
right.
a little there.
Yeah, this feels right.
Feels good.
But before we start the whole show, because the show today is about marriage and divorce, I just want to say all three of us went to the Power Effin' Vodka event with 50 Cent and everybody. Truth Nightclub theme. And you know what I mean? We had a ball there. And I just want to give a big shout out to Fifth for giving me this bottle of champagne at the joint. And we're gonna bust it open and taste it today for the first time doing that.
That's a hot bottle. I'm even scared to open that.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Shout out to them. We're going to give it the taste test and all that and let you know what we think about it. But, you know, hopefully we can get a sponsor.
I hope we got something to open that with.
Yeah, my finger.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. It's
This ain't wine. This ain't wine. This ain't wine.
It's screw, baby.
Yeah.
We have a great show today. Thank you for everybody that is tuning in, that it's back with us, that it's always supporting us. Thank you to all of our friends. And we also have a guest.
Yeah, we have a guest. She'll be popping in. We'll give her the big introduction in due time.
Yeah.
And she has an interesting point of view on our nerves. People don't pay that no mind.
I'm really excited. This is like a serious show after the other shows. I mean, the last show I wasn't here. Sorry, guys, but you guys had a great show.
Yes.
But this is more of like a serious topic.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Like we're gonna talk serious stuff.
We're talking about marriage and divorce, and we've all been there.
Yeah, we have.
All three of us.
When you think about it, if all three of us have been married and divorced, just think about it in like general public. Most people that get married end up getting divorced.
Most.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people celebrating 50 years together.
Yes,
40 years
absolutely.
together.
Shout out to my parents.
Where?
My parents.
There you go.
That's old school. That don't count.
Well, damn.
But it still
that has to count.
Your parents didn't have Instagram and Facebook and social media back then to distract them.
Yeah, social media is taking a big part of it.
Yeah, the strip clubs wasn't popping like that back then.
Yeah.
Everybody's always thinking
Might have been a
the
few
grass
whole
may
houses,
be
but it
greener.
wasn't no strip clubs.
There's just too many fucking options out there right now.
Yeah, it's too crazy.
Too much of the grass is always greener mentality. That's what that's
It's
about.
pretty never greener on the
Everybody's
other
trying to
side.
upgrade.
Yep. And some people wholeheartedly.
But I don't know, Sin, let us know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Hold up, should I pop this now or wait?
Talk to us, in.
We could pop that. When do you want it?
Let's have it whenever. We're ready to
pop
drink.
it right now. Let's set it off.
When are we ready to drink? Okay, I'm gonna.
Good talk, and I'll do this. Multitasking.
Yes, and I want to know what we're having. We're having a very serious discussion today.
We are.
Go ahead.
So, I guess we're talking about marriage, right? Let's take it way back.
Yeah.
Well, for us, because there's some people who just got married or thinking about getting married.
Yeah.
So how did you know you were ready for marriage? That's the question.
You go, Ace.
Well,
do
how
you
do you know
feel?
when you're ready for anything, really? I mean, I honestly, I am not. I'm not the best in this topic because I got married very young.
That's okay.
It's going to get a little loud. Hold up.
Ooh.
Hey, 50,
Yes.
thank you. Getting us lit.
Thanks, 50.
We're going to let it breathe. We're going to let it breathe. Let it breathe.
2 minutes.
Let it breathe.
Oh my God, it's so pretty. I need to take a picture of that bottle. I'm serious.
Yeah.
In general,
Okay.
how do you know when you're ready to be married? My sister has this beautiful thing that she's teaching her kids, which I wish that I actually wish I knew back in the day. Well,
Okay.
you know, with my parents growing up,
Mm-hmm.
we come from a very strict household here.
Yeah, old
But
school.
how do you know when you're ready? Like, first of all, I'm sure that there's a lot of things that you want to accomplish when you're young. You want to finish school. You want to probably get a place, have a house, have a home. Just be ready. You know what I mean?
Right. but
Just be like, you can take care of yourself, and then you can go on and take that.
So do you feel when it was
Take
your
that
time
on.
that you were ready?
Absolutely not. I
Okay.
mean, Cindy, you know me for a long time. I was 20 years old.
know,
I had
but
no
the-
idea.
But
Hold
our
up, you was
listeners-
20 years old when you got married.
Yes.
What was your mentality at? What made you think like, you know what? I want to get married to this dude.
I come from a very strict household, so a lot of the times our parents won't allow us to make any decisions unless, like leave the house unless you're either married or you finish school, or pretty much those are your only options.
So like, is it safe to say like, okay, so you was kind of like a caged animal, and you saw a little speck of space that, I need to bust out of this cage. I'm gonna take this opportunity to just go wild and be free.
Yeah, I think I
Yes.
just wanted.
Is that what it is?
When I
Yeah.
got married, I honestly just wanted to, I wanted to be free. I wanted to do my own thing, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because I don't regret it. I have a beautiful son. I had a wonderful marriage. We had 5 beautiful years.
So
But
you-
things just didn't work out.
You was married and had the kids. So I gotta salute that. You
Well,
know,
wait a minute. I was 4 months pregnant when I got married.
But still, you married him. Doesn't matter.
I walked down
After
the
he came out
aisle.
your vagina, you had a ring on your
My
finger.
little
That's all that
girl.
matters.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. No,
I
but
think-
that's the type of family I come from.
I feel
Okay.
like most Latin moms though are like that though, the old school.
Oh,
You
for
know,
real?
they're so strict.
Yeah.
They don't want you going out. They don't want you. I mean, I couldn't even go down the block at times. There was some craziness going on there. And you kind of get to a point where you're looking for an out. And I think that's when we get to reasoning. That's one of the main reasons, too, that a lot of women get married so young because it's
Yeah.
their way out. Even my mother did it.
Yeah.
She
Oh, okay.
married my dad to get out early. And she was like young. She was like 18.
What is that about?
But I'm sure you could rebel and like do all these crazy stuff, but you just, that's the way you are, you grow up in that environment, and the way that you're taught is that is what you do.
Yeah.
Times have really changed.
You leave your house when you get married.
Times have really changed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because now kids are just moving out. Well, even young women are moving out without any permission. Like, damn near the
Oh,
mother or the
of
father just pushes you out. Like you 21 or you 18. It's time to go.
True.
It's time to go.
But
You ain't paying rent here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids, too. Like, I like to.
Like,
Talk
you
about-
married your way
talk
out.
about
Others are
baby
just
Jane.
like, I'm out. Peace. I don't want to live around this old lady no more.
No, like my daughter, for instance.
Mhm.
Her whole thing is her career. She doesn't think about kids. She ain't thinking about marriage. You know what I mean? Like, her whole thing
Yeah.
is her career. 24 years old. I mean, I got to give it, I got to give myself a little credit, too.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to
she's
Jay.
not thinking about those things.
Mhm.
But years back, like, when you and I were growing up, because we're a little older than Eve,
Mhm.
you know how that was. You know what I'm saying? Like, not so many people was about hanging out in the streets and da-da-da and all this stuff. There's not that many people that had, like, that were really thinking about what they were going to do later. I'm not talking about you personally.
I never. Oh, I mean, career-wise, yeah. Marriage
I'm
was
talking-
never on my mind
Right, and me either. I never
Mm.
thought I was ever going to get married. And it wasn't even on my plan.
at
to-
all.
To get married.
Well, but you have to also understand, as girls, that
Mm.
is embedded into us since we're little girls. Come on. Like the whole Barbie situation and like the
Girl.
whole story. You want to just like walk down the aisle with your pretty white dress.
What did
know?
you do with your Barbies? Because I used to bury them in the beach.
My mom gave
and
them
leave
up.
them
And the what?
Oh, you buried them at the beach. What kind of shit is that?
there. In the sand
All
and
right,
forget about them.
okay,
Right.
then. No, but I feel like a lot of growing up, how we grew up, I feel like that's something that you just expect. You are gonna get married. You are gonna have kids. You're gonna have the whole home and the white picket
But
fence and
that's what your mom wants for you, though.
oh, of course.
You always kind of want your kids to have more than you, which is pretty much the cycle, which is why you work so hard,
Absolutely.
because you want Jaden to have better than what you did,
Yes.
and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But that old school mentality, that's how it is. Like,
Yeah.
But now ask yourself that same question with your situation. How did you know?
That I was ready for marriage?
Yeah.
Well, we were kind of together for like 8 years already. And I never wanted to.
Oh, but you were kind of married already, like without
I mean,
the light,
we were living
without
together. I just didn't have that piece of
without
paper.
the
8
paper.
years?
Yeah.
That's a marriage.
We were together 8 years, and then he gave me the ring, and I said yes.
What made him give you the ring 8 years later?
I guess it was
Were you
on
pressuring
him
him?
too. No, but he was very career oriented too. Like, even though we were together, he was still thinking about what he wanted to do and kind of lining himself up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like when I first moved out, he actually came with me, and we were
out
young.
of your mom's house.
Yeah. And this is a guy who was like going to college and always had a job and so on. And his thing was to get into, the criminal justice system and all that. And eventually, he became a court officer. But anyway, the whole point is that he had this whole his career first, and then actually.
Well, he's a man also. Like he wanted to provide. I'm sure.
But I didn't put like pressure or nothing. Like, maybe he got tired of me saying, "Well, there ain't no ring on his finger." 'Cause I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do.
I love.
Did you have was the kid there already, or that came after?
Jade was already there actually.
So he might have felt like, you know what, sort of like my situation a little bit. He might have felt like, like you here already, like
maybe
8 years though. That's a whole that is a marriage.
I feel
Even
now
without
that I
the
think
paper.
about it, I think I was with my situation almost 8 years.
Wow.
yeah.
7,
He calls
maybe?
it a situation.
We're not together no more,
I
so
love it.
we're not together no more, so I can say that.
But it's still your marriage.
Yeah,
though.
no, yeah.
And it was still part of your story and still part of your path.
Yeah, it is.
So
I mean, of course, all the
part of
mistakes
your
that we
journey.
make do make us better. I would hope, right? I'm still a learning process over here.
I think,
I'm
we're,
still learning.
every day we're a
still
learning
evolving.
process. I mean, I have learned and grown from it, but I would say the similar situation. We was together 7, maybe 8 years, and like everything was already in place. We lived together. The
Right.
kid, she was pregnant, and it just went that way. But my situation might be a little bit more unique than yours,
why is that?
because she asked me. I didn't ask her.
Oh, I
Did she
never
get
knew
down
that.
on one knee?
Yeah, she did the whole.
Oh, I've seen that on the Shade Room.
Wow, she really loved
I
it.
mean, how do you feel about that? I feel like I respect that. I respect that.
I mean, it's not
and
traditional.
also
It might seem
depends.
a little weird to some people, but
It's not, but I also
Yeah.
feel that you need to do what you feel like doing. Don't listen
Yeah.
to society, because this is a society thing.
Yeah, of
A
course.
female's not supposed to propose. The guy's supposed to propose and give you the ring. So what? Like,
I mean,
she
nothing is
turned the
really
table.
normal. You do what you feel like it's the right thing to do, and all relationships are different. So
right.
maybe I'm sure for some that is not the right thing to do when a woman is really like just trying, to just be married.
But I give her this. She never pressured. So there was no prior, like, I'm going to put pressure to him and be like, yo, what's up? That just never happened that way. She, like, applied pressure in other areas, like wanting to buy a house. And, like, she would be on me about those things.
How was
But
sex?
never marriage. Sex was good.
Because I feel like when women want to get that ring, we get very creative.
Sex was good.
We get like, come on.
I mean, I was never into the ring thing. Don't talk to me about princess cut and whatever other cuts. 'Cause look, I don't
Diamond
even know.
cut.
I don't know shit about it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Like, I don't have all these, think like some women will say, like, well, it better be at least 4 carats, or it better be this, or it better be that. Like, I feel like it's just the moment.
Bullshit.
I mean,
I
come
feel
on,
the
those
moment-
are expectations.
I feel the moment is what really matters. It doesn't matter. Like,
It's a horrible investment. in my-
Sure, but
my
at the
opinion.
end of the
In my
day,
opinion.
like, there is an etiquette about rings. And I read that your ring, and I'm not sure if this is right, but I read this a long time ago, that when a man buys a woman an engagement ring, it has to total at least 3 of what he gets paid, 3 months salary.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That would be like etiquette. So if you get paid, let's say you make $6,000 a month, then your ring would have to be what, $18,000 at least?
How do you know? Do you go?
So what about my man
Well,
named
no,
Mickey
I
D's?
read
What he
this in
doing?
an article. I don't know. Well, then why are you even, when you are trying to propose to someone and buy a ring, everything gets expensive. You have to have a wedding.
I
So,
guess. You don't
mean,
have to have a wedding.
Why
You
don't
really
you
don't
just
have
buy
to.
a damn house?
See, that's what I did.
I feel.
Right?
I'm with you on that. I
Put a
always
down
felt
payment
like,
on a house.
Why would you pay thousands for this big?
Now,
extravagant
this is
wedding?
what I said. and I know it probably sound grimy, but I was like, yo, you can't live inside of a ring.
But my thing
So we
is,
went
why
to the
not
house.
take that and buy a house. I'm with you on that.
That's right.
I always felt the same way. I'm
Can't
like,
live inside a ring. What you
But
gonna do with that?
well,
We
you
spend
can't.
so
You
much.
can't. We cannot like. We can't be also too. We can't be mad at them too. The people that do
Oh no,
to each
I'm
his
not
own.
knocking nobody's hustle.
have their whole little princess.
Yeah, do
storyline.
if you can afford to do it or you want to do it that route, you go that route and do it.
Right.
You know, everybody's story is a little different. Everybody, you know,
Right.
some more unique than others. But
That's
mine, I was like, yo, you can't live inside of a ring. And I'm almost glad that I didn't do it, not because we didn't, you know, we got divorced.
Wait, that you didn't do what? That you didn't buy
Didn't get
a
a ring, yeah.
Okay.
Cause not because of that. Because once I found out what it was, because we had a house built from the ground up.
Okay.
That shit is expensive.
Yeah, it could get like
Wow.
that.
Have everything
You did
custom
that?
made, and you gotta, you know.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well, who lives in that house
I'm
now?
picking out door handles, shit that I ain't never did before. I'm from New York. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Do you
what?
know that?
Everything from
Wow.
everything, the color, what kind
Oh,
of
damn.
refrigerator I
So who
want, what
lives
kind
in
of.
that house? No one else?
Right now, oh, it's
Someone
yeah,
else.
it's done. It's sold.
Okay. I thought maybe her.
Somebody
I don't
got
know.
lucky. Oh no, she moved.
Okay.
Well, that was
okay.
like me. I had my apartment in Harlem.
Yeah,
I was
you've
the
been
first
moving
one to
around
live
for-
there. And then that happened, and that was a
Yeah,
beautiful
everything
apartment,
was to whatever how we wanted it, and it was that shit is expensive, yo.
Absolutely, everything is expensive.
Yeah.
Even when you
Then after that, you gotta furnish the motherfucker.
though. You could have slept on an inflatable bed. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I did that
I'm
when
joking.
I first moved out of my mom's house and I was with this with my ex-husband. Well, we're not technically divorced, but we are legally separated. But I remember when I moved out of my mom's house, because I was like, I married mom, and she's like, well, let me see the certificate, and then we were out the door, and then I remember we slept like for 4 or 5 months on an air mattress bed.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
slept on
We
the
slept-
toilet.
were
Hold up.
trying to make it.
Y'all smashed on the air mattress bed. too?
Yeah, the air mattress bed. We pretty much
Air
and
deflated,
Of
I'm
course,
pretty
I
sure.
mean, come on. Yeah,
When I
but
moved
when
into-
you're moving out and you have your new space and you're moving
Yeah,
things in,
you don't have
You don't
everything.
have anything.
When we first moved out, twin bed.
So you sleep.
At least
like
you had a
this,
bed
like
though. Her
hugging
shit,
each
like
other.
she gotta keep
I'm just
putting the
saying,
air
but
back
think
in it.
about it, a twin bed.
You sleep super tight.
Yeah, that's it. You just hugged up
You
tight.
just make it work in the beginning. And like I said, we're done to get out of that house. Evelyn knows what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
With those strict mamas.
See, I was different. I relocated, so I moved from one city to the next, and then we
That
lived
was a
together
big
for a long time. I didn't think about it like that at the time.
I mean, it was cool though, because
Yeah, it was cool.
you tried something different and you
It
were
was
willing
cool.
to. So that's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? With marriage, I feel like there's a lot of expectation when it comes to family.
Yes.
And sometimes we make the wrong decision because we want to please other people. And sometimes these people, like, when I was younger, I felt like pleasing my mom was like, I want to please my mom. Even to this day, I always do. But you have like this responsibility that you want to just please your parents and make sure that they're proud of you and they're happy for you. So sometimes you do make that turn because you want to please them. And I feel like when I married, that's what I did.
Well, it's also because you don't want them to judge you either.
I wanted to just be
You're
like,
scared of what
So
they
you
would
saying
say.
you did it to please them?
yeah, because I was married by, civil, and then I got pregnant, and we were together, we were married, but it wasn't enough. I had to get married by church.
Now, as you say,
Now I had to like literally do the right thing.
oh wow. But now,
So-
now as you look back now at your age now, looking back there, do you think they was stupid?
It was beautiful, and I don't regret it, but the reasons why I put myself, that I did that stuff, or that I got married, that I, just wanted a family so bad, was because I wanted an out. I wanted to not be with my, I didn't want to live with my parents anymore. I was 19. I'm like, I'm out of here.
But why you just be like, yo, I'm out. I'm gonna get a job.
Because that's not what you do, Punch. You just don't understand.
That must be some real Latin shit.
This is Spanish right here.
That must be some real Latin shit
I
going
mean,
on.
it really is.
Yes, yes.
It's not easy.
You have to do the right thing.
I'm half Puerto Rican. I guess because I didn't grow up on that side, I don't know about that stuff. But
But you also have to understand, I come from DR. I was born
okay.
there, so my parents have that very strict
Yeah,
mentality.
but they're also more strict on the girls than they are the guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because the guy, like my brother, was up on a pedestal. And could probably still be up there right now to this day.
That's
Okay.
true.
Word?
They
Absolutely.
can't do no wrong, everything is.
The woman does
us.
everything pretty much.
Right.
Clean, cook,
Yeah. You
That's
gotta-
another
you
show.
gotta know-
Do
yes.
you guys like that?
No.
Who likes that, Punch? Who the hell likes that?
I think it's cool. If,
No, but I understand you Dominican, so it's like that's what they do. They cook. They do all the cooking and cleaning.
Well, yeah. I don't remember ever my brother. I love my mom. But I hope she doesn't listen to this.
Shit,
But my
ex
brother
ain't
never
cleaning.
learned how to do anything. He didn't
My
wash his
brother
own
either.
clothes. He didn't cook for himself, but we had to.
yeah.
My ex ain't cook. I mean, okay, she didn't cook. She didn't clean. I know. I can tell you that for sure. I did the cleaning.
Oh, but you know what?
She didn't cook, but I ain't gonna say like she didn't make shit. But I used to call it. I call it a whipper.
What the hell is that?
Like she whip up some shit real quick for you, and that's it. Like
What,
to
a
me, that's not
sandwich?
cooking.
Mac and cheese,
Like,
a hot dog.
Like some real simple fashion. Like if you could do a whole dinner in
Oh,
less than
no,
like
no,
20
no,
minutes,
no,
then you ain't cooking.
That's one thing about my family. We cook.
She probably cooks now though.
We cook.
Maybe I don't know what she does. Whatever she
Maybe
does,
she-
I
I
hope
feel
she
like-
does it okay for the next dude.
What if she
'Cause
didn't want
I
to cook for
feel-
you?
Because I feel like no, but another thing is, and I'm not.
But she could mess with me in the kitchen.
There's certain things that when I was married, I felt was kind of like too much of a chore. Like it was expected. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't
Yeah.
appreciated.
Oh yeah.
Like
so
what?
I think like that, like the cooking. Like I'm coming home from working just like you, and I'm coming home to make dinner or whatever, and you're gonna keep call me or text me and tell me, well, I'm at my mother's house eating dinner.
Well, this is once you're
So
married.
why am I? Yeah, like
Things change.
that was my situation. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, fuck this. So I just stopped doing that, and I would just make food for like me and like Jade or whatever.
See how foul? That's grimy.
Sorry.
That's foul. That's
Right.
your husband.
Don't
But
care.
you know what? That's what happens when you get
See
married.
how funky
You
y'all are? Yo,
have
your
to
women are
worry
straight
about what
funky.
you
But
eating.
why would we
You have
do that
Yeah,
if he's
that's
going to eat
cold.
over there? So what are you doing with the food? That
Because
you
he's hungry.
Why doesn't he come straight home?
Why do you
after
have
work?
to-
Why are you going
Because
to
you
your
ain't.
house?
It's nothing there. Obviously, you at work.
You're
What do you
not-
expect him to do?
You're not listening to what I just said. It says after work,
Right.
right? You go home after work,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going home after
Uh-huh.
work. So I'm getting home before you.
Uh-huh.
I'm making dinner. I'm making a full-on dinner.
Mhm.
And then you're going to tell me after work, well, I went to my mother's house to go eat dinner. So why am I making all this food?
Maybe he's hungry. You want to eat twice.
Well, maybe that is just an issue he has
He
with
had
his
an
mother. I mean,
You know, he might
if
like
your
his mama
wife is-
cooking. Then it's like, all right, well, let me go
That's
home and eat
fucked up.
twice. He might eat twice.
You know
Nah,
that
bro.
that is like.
But hold
A
on, I'm
lot
sorry
of
to cut
food
you
went
off.
to
No, go
But
ahead.
that's
go
not
ahead.
grimy to just, you know what? I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm going to just cook for me and my daughter.
Yeah.
That's grimy.
Well,
For-
remember, I was in my 20s. Would I do that now? No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
about to say,
tell-
that's
Well,
grimy.
well,
I'm trying to
well.
tell you
But
that
would you
we-
get married now too? I don't think so.
I know
either.
that I'm not looking to get married.
Because most
no.
women do shit like that when they mad at their husband. Fuck that. He smelled breakfast. He come downstairs. It's just one plate. Like, she's eating it.
Because
That's
when
grimy.
you're younger, you're very spiteful. You could be a hell of a lot petty and whatever else. And yes, there are older women that are like that. But I have evolved. I'm not really like that. But I can't say I wasn't like that.
Hold up, real quick. Cheers. You know, we got the champagne.
Salute.
Cheers,
One
cheers.
thing though, I have to say really quick
All in my
because I
camera, all
don't
in my
want I
camera.
don't want any of our listeners to get it to not think that because they're in a relationship for 10 years and they're not married. That's kind of like being married. Kind of the rules apply. Don't you guys think? The same rules apply.
I always thought
if
there's
you're
this whole
living with
common
your
law, but they're telling me common law doesn't exist in New York.
I mean,
In New York,
by
New York does common law?
That's what I thought.
Oh, I thought they did.
I
don't
thought
know.
it's like after
I
7
don't think,
years.
matter of
I
fact,
don't. Yeah, after 7
I
years.
gotta ask somebody.
I don't think so.
gotta
Honestly,
look
If anybody knows that, is it common law in New York?
you would,
Jersey does.
Yeah,
You
then
would
you're
have-
considered married.
Okay.
But in New York, you're not. But I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
but
learned
then
that-
again,
that's
what
all I
I'm saying is that the same things.
You're supposed to be a team, basically, too.
Let's take a little.
But
bit.
times have changed. I think now you got to make your family. You know, the mother got to work, the father got to work. You both got to tend to the kid. You can't do that. Somebody stays home unless you really ready to, just be out all day away from your family like that.
Right.
Well, you have to understand, like, remember in the 50s and the 60s, women would get married and you were home. You're taking care of the house,
the
you're taking
housewife
care of
all
the
day.
kid. Easy. You have to clean, you have to make sure everything is organized, you have to go to the grocery store, you have to make sure your laundry's done. It's a lot of work. But now,
That's
it's
fine.
not the same. Like, we work too. So when we get home, we want to be pampered. We want you to cook for us. We want a little massage,
A little something.
Little something, something.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's why we are a little louder nowadays.
Too damn loud, but yeah.
2018.
Too damn loud, but
We
yeah.
work too. We don't need you.
Yes, you do.
And also there are vibes.
Put your hand, smack your ass? No.
No. Okay, but
I don't know. I can't really fully agree with that either. I gotta go with punch because
When that ceiling fan is fucked up, is the vibrator gonna fix it? No.
I'm not saying ever, but we can, I can suffice. I can do my own thing. I can.
Damn, my car's fucked up again.
I can have a little.
I wish I had a man here to help me fix it.
You know, you like that little, physical,
Everybody loves
touch.
that.
And then you want the attention.
Of course, you want the attention. My point is, do you really need a man? Of course,
yes,
you're gonna want. Trust me, because I'm a needy girlfriend when I've been a girlfriend. But you don't really need that.
Really?
I've learned to.
You don't need a man to change your life.
You need a man. What you saying right now
change my lights. I can change my own damn lights.
No, I ain't talking about something simple like that.
Me.
Me too.
I'm there like screwing and like plastering walls and painting. I know how to do.
So you mean to tell me you don't need a man for nothing?
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I'm not a man hater. I'm just saying.
I'm definitely not a man hater.
I'm not a man hater.
I can appreciate a good man.
I appreciate a good man and good sex. I just feel like
Cheers
healthy, good sex is definitely important in my life, but not a man, not a relationship, not right now.
See, that's why you sound like you dealt with a lot of fucked up dudes that wasn't about shit. So that's why you saying that. You get a good dude, then you be like, yo, you know what? I need a man.
Wow.
Think about that.
I think it's good to have a man, but I don't think that
you need it.
That you need to have it like your entire life. Like, obviously, you go on breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
You saying you don't need a guy to survive or something like that?
Absolutely. Not the way that
not
you
to
were.
survive.
Yeah, no, you don't need a man to survive.
I mean,
you don't need a woman to survive either.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get around with one leg, but wouldn't you prefer to have two?
Okay, but Punch.
I'm just saying.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, we're in 2018, let's say. The things that women used to do back in the day are things that now you can do yourself. You can order your own food. You can drop off your laundry or have somebody pick it up. Well, the things that we were meant to do when we were in that era where we didn't have to work.
That's some lazy shit. You let people wash your clothes for you other than yourself?
Yeah, sometimes you drop it off.
And then I bet you got a thong or two missing because that freaky ass dude behind the counter done kept your shit.
No, nothing ever is
unwashed. He even put those two in there. Then they kept it so he could sniff it later.
The point I'm trying to make is that those things aren't. You don't need us for that. You can do your own thing, just like we can.
See, that's some shit a dude would never say. We don't need women for nothing. We do.
No, but I'm not saying it in a bad way.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like the flip to that, like a dude wouldn't say that. Dude, like, yo, we don't need girls for nothing.
I have a question. I remember when we were having a little conference about this, and Cindy was talking about. She brought up, how do you know when things are going bad in a relationship? When you're like married, and you feel kind of stuck, and you don't know, like, what to do. Get help, not get help. I don't know.
I think you could kind of see the signs and feel the signs. Like, there's really not that much communication, or like, you're not hanging out as much, or not that much sex going on.
Right.
Why do you go like this to?
That was my next question. Why
because I know you was gonna come in with the sex.
I didn't say anything.
You weren't having good sex.
Your face says it all, and I know you. So
pants on fire.
Yes, but before that, I'm sorry. Before that, because now that you brought the sex thing, what makes a man want to marry a woman? Like, sex has to be part of that. I mean, if you've had like the best sex of your life with this chick, or she gives you the best head,
I don't think
is it someone that you're
that
like?
still ain't gonna make me want to marry.
That's not gonna make you want to.
I don't think so.
But I mean, when you think about it, you're gonna have sex with this person for the rest of your life.
I mean, if you're already getting the best head, what's the difference in putting the ring on it? The head ain't gonna change.
Yeah, what if you get bad head and you marry someone that gives you bad head?
Then you're not gonna marry somebody that gives you bad head
for the rest of your life. So that is my question. Like, do you base who you're gonna put a ring on sex? Like, is that important? That is important to me.
Hold up. Now that you say that, you know what? This is a perfect time to segue into our special guest, because I'm pretty sure she can put some insight in on this.
Yes.
Right now, we're going to bring an old childhood friend of mine from back in the days when I was 16, 17 years old. We go way back. We got some history. It's a friend of mine. Step up to the mic, please.
To the mic.
Sit down. You know what I mean? A friend, Antea. Everybody, round of applause for Antea. Yeah, keep it right there in front of the camera so she can get her view.
Sit right here, girl. Come sit
Antea, step in. I think this is perfect timing to throw you in the mix.
Yes.
Let's get her a little champagne, shall we? Because
she don't drink.
She's driving. She's driving.
Ooh.
Oh, you don't drink?
She doesn't drink.
Good for you.
She's a Mormon.
I'll drink for you.
Me too. Pour it in here.
That's what she said.
Salud. She said that? Who said
Cheers to you. So now to add on to what Evelyn was just talking about, right? Go ahead, segue it.
So I mean, you know, when you as a man want to put a ring on a finger, on a woman's finger, does sex have anything to do with that? Like how good sex is? Does she give you good head? Are you guys fucking like in the car on the way home?
Some freaky shit.
Are you like fucking in the bathroom when you're eating? Like things like that. That's exciting. And
when you're eating?
a lot of
you fuck in the bathroom and eat?
No, you're not eating, but you're
What kind of multitasking shit is
you're
this?
at the dinner and then you're like, baby, meet me in the bathroom. Stuff like that, you know? Come on, you've never done that
wild
before.
and kinky freaky.
Talking about you be chewing on the steak and getting head at the same time?
Come on.
Well,
you have to be madly in love to marry someone.
Okay, so basically, do you have to have you have to be having sex and all that to consider marrying someone?
Do you have to have sex?
As a man, is it important?
Well, let's ask Antea. Antea, how do you feel about this?
Trying to get that.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you feel you need to have sex to
well,
marry?
like you, I came from a very traditional family.
Yes.
Okay.
But we actually, my mother actually took it one step further. Like, she definitely, like, told me that I should not have sex till marriage. So that was the thing. Like, I shouldn't be having sex till marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't have sex till marriage.
How old were you when you get married?
27.
What?
Yes.
Girl.
You was 27? See, I didn't know that.
I have a question because I'm curious.
I have a friend though. Before you say that, just to tell you though, like I also have a friend that waited till she was 30 to have sex.
Wow.
But go on.
Yeah, my best friend also waited.
There's people that wait.
She waited. She was in her 20s. I know she was like maybe 25, 24, 25, Ada. You know
They
her.
wait, yes.
Shout out to my bestie. I love her.
You just threw her out there.
It's
You know,
cool.
her business. Anyway,
It's cool.
please continue.
Actually, he and I were both kind of inexperienced. So,
Wow.
When you say, like, what do you mean? He didn't do nothing before you?
But he was
No.
not a virgin. He was a virgin?
yes.
How old was he?
We were the same age. He was like maybe like a couple months younger than me.
What?
So it's just weird because I think back then I thought that was like the way to go because that's what my family kept on like imposing on me.
Right.
Now I don't feel that way. I would probably never tell my children. I know I wouldn't tell my children that way.
No.
Because like honestly, and I'm not trying to like throw him out there like that, but he's probably not listening. But like I didn't realize that actually after we got divorced that like the sex was just like really bad.
How bad? Like, how long did you guys date it for before you decided to get married?
Oh, my situation was like really weird because we were like in the military.
Oh.
Okay.
So honestly, like, it was just to the point where I was just like, I don't even think I truly loved him. I think I was more just like.
Hot in the pants?
I just need to get married at this point to have sex. So, like,
Oh my god.
So you really wanted to have sex?
he was like available.
But you never met anyone before you were 27 that you were like, oh, I am so hot for this guy. Like, I just, you know when it gets like really hot.
Tons
and
of people.
intense.
Pretty sure.
I met tons of people.
Shot them all down. Bang, bang. Hold that.
No. I have a question. Do you regret
Yes.
waiting?
I do.
You do.
Well, I just want to let you know, I have him here on the phone, and he's going to put him in. No, I'm joking.
He is not on
like,
the telephone.
whatever.
She's like, what?
I'm sticking to my story. He whack.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I definitely regret it because he wasn't like my first love. So like my first love, I didn't, and then so honestly, he was like the rebound.
So you didn't with the first love.
So you were in love with
and you
that
did it with
guy.
the substitute love.
Yes.
But the first love, did you guys break up because you didn't have sex?
I believe we did.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
I
'cause
believe-
that is like, honestly, that's just something that
He
it's-
cheated.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You wouldn't have sex.
In all fairness, now this is where I come in at. Because you know me, you know I'm wrong with it. So I'm going to ask a question. So, can you be mad that he cheated?
No, I wasn't.
Like
mad.
you can, but then again you can't.
Yes, I was mad at the fact that he did it, but I understood and I
Why?
wasn't mad, but
Uh-huh.
it was like a lot of other factors besides that too. We were both, we were young. He was younger than I was, and there was a lot of other stuff that went along with that besides just the fact that he cheated. But I knew eventually it was gonna happen. Like I wasn't like.
But you knew eventually he would cheat?
Yeah, I did.
How did you find out? Was it something like, was it
That sounds like
sex?
a lot of heartache.
He
no.
had sex with someone else?
Oh yeah. Well, I found out because like when we were together, like he started like going into like the bathroom to like take the phone calls.
Of course.
Oh, the regular shit.
What a douchebag.
Yeah, like
Here we go.
all the secrecy and like stuff that went along with that. You know, it's really weird because he ended up actually marrying that girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
You talking about your first love or the?
No, my first love.
You see
First
what I
love?
mean? So
Okay.
that goes back to my question. She probably gave him good head or something. Maybe, you know, the sex was just, he was so not, like, he wasn't having that with her.
Because he was
So-
looking to get into it.
Yeah.
He wanted to
Yeah,
have
of
sex.
course.
But let's ask.
So he didn't want to.
Wait, how long were you with him?
Oh, he and I together probably like years, like probably like 2 years.
Yeah, that's a long
yeah,
time.
that's a long
But wait, you
Kinda
didn't
long.
do, guys, you're not curious to know if, like, you didn't do any hand jobs, any.
Oh, we did that.
Okay, you
I'm
see,
not saying
like,
we didn't do
titty
that.
fucking, all that.
Hold on, hold on.
everything
I want to
but
go back
that.
to her first question. Did you
What?
give good head?
Oh, God.
Did
Also,
you?
you gave him head. You just didn't do any, like, intercourse.
Yes, we didn't do intercourse. So yes, we did give head and all that. Like,
Yeah.
so the
But
fellatio
I don't know
happened.
how.
Yeah.
How could that? I
I mean,
respect
sometimes
you.
you
I
just wanna
admire
go all
you.
the way, though.
Yeah.
That's just like the foreplay.
A guy definitely wants to go all
That's
the
what
way.
He
I'm
wants to
saying.
feel you. You know, he wants to feel.
So he
inside.
probably was
did.
like, "This is not gonna happen," and he probably wasn't ready to get married.
yeah.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
damn, he wound up with that other. Is he still married today? Or do-
Yeah.
that you know?
What's so funny is that that actual girl that he ended up marrying actually they ended up having 2 children, and she like walked out on him and like left him with the kids. Yeah, it's like so weird, like how it happened. So he really kind of got like
Boom.
And he
got the
remarried.
shorter end
Yeah.
of the stick.
He
for sure.
remarried and like he's totally happy now. So that's like
That's good.
wonderful for
Okay.
him.
So this was his second marriage.
Does he still try to like holler and try to see if he can get back in there? No.
Who?
To you.
No,
To
no,
you?
no,
Get
no.
back into
No.
it.
No,
Wait.
I know of
Hey,
him through.
you know, dudes will still
through other
try. Yo.
people.
Dudes will still
Yeah,
try.
I
Yo.
know of him through other
Look
people.
forward, people. Look forward.
But you know what? My thing is like, because you're the only man here, Punch. So I have to ask you: isn't it important for a man to have good, you know, sex, head, whatever you want to call it?
But it's good for the woman
For
too.
oh, absolutely. But a man usually is the one that gets on his knees to ask you to marry him.
Yeah, but what if he's whack and he proposes?
Then
What
you
you
shouldn't
gonna
even.
do?
I think when men are whack, I don't even want to fuck with
My
you.
thing was,
It-
first of all, if the dude's whack, there's no second date. There
There's
is no
n-
talks
yeah,
of a
you
wedding.
know.
You're not gonna go that far with me if
it's
I'm
usually
bad,
in the man.
right?
It's so fucked up, but it's the man's
If I'm bad
choice
and you
sometimes.
know it, are we gonna ever go to the second, third, fourth, and fifth date? I don't believe we will.
I'm not sure I could be.
If
the
I
best-
don't
I could be the
like
coolest
you.
person in the world. You be like, you know what? I like hanging out with him, but
But you're
Yeah.
talking like
But
right
what
away.
is
What you
that?
mean?
Yeah.
Second, third, fourth. What do you think? You're gonna hit the first
even
date?
no, but I mean, before you get
girls hit
married,
the first
I'm
date.
talking about before you get married.
Not me.
Not that. So you just don't.
Before you get married is what I'm saying. Whenever you first have sex, it can be 2 months after.
Well,
My thing is,
I have to agree with the fact that, and I have to say this too, like because you also, I know some people too
Mm-hmm.
that have saved themselves, gotten married, and it's, you know, not the best, and then all they do is curious about having sex with other people too.
let me ask you a
That's
question.
a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask all 3 of y'all a question.
Yes.
We're all
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna have to word it this kind of way because you saved yourself, and I want you to think about your first time. I want you to think about your first time.
okay.
I don't want to think about my fucking first
Think
time.
about your first time. So now I'm gonna ask you first.
Okay.
So the first time you had sex, do you believe you were good at it?
Oh no, I believe I sucked at it. Of course, it was horrible.
Horrible?
Yes.
Not good at all?
No, it was horrible.
Oh man.
Like any teaching going on? Any like?
Well, we were both horrible, so we were like.
He was a
trying to-
virgin
They
too?
were both
Yes,
new
we were,
at it.
We were
so
trying to figure it out. It was not a fun
I wanna say-
experience.
I'm sorry.
I really don't believe he was.
I
He
feel
waited.
like
That's why I'm
some-
like, really, this nigga was a virgin.
It was not a fun
Some guys were
experience.
Someone needs to know.
What about yours?
something.
What about yours?
I'm sorry.
It was painful to me. It wasn't that great either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
that's
great?
painful.
But I did wait till I was 18 though, at least.
I was almost 17. It was not quite, but I was almost 17, and it was the most painful week of my life. It took me like a whole week to lose my virginity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, like I think it was really big.
Okay, I don't
That's
even know
really
all
what
that.
it was. Like, you know, I was
I didn't know
I
all
was
that.
young, so I wasn't sure
I
what
just
was
think
happening.
it was painful. You know, you kind of tense up and all this
Yeah,
shit goes
it
on.
was. I was in so much pain.
I was kind of a little nervous.
It took a couple days.
It
like,
took
did
me-
not
yeah.
happen like the
Right
first
away?
time.
It took
yeah,
me-
no, it didn't.
yeah.
It definitely
Yeah.
took
It
some
did
time. I
for
was
me
like,
one
this
shot,
is
and I was
not-
like-
I've never been with a
wanted to
virgin,
die.
so
It took me like 4 or 5 days.
no,
to
I
get
lie.
my
I have
virginity.
been with a
You?
virgin. I have been with a virgin, but this was different. It was
Why?
different.
Why was it different?
Okay, you know me. I'm gonna tell my story. So
No shit.
the scenario goes like this: she wanted to save herself from marriage.
Oh man,
So-
you did that to her, Punch.
No,
You were that guy.
she wanted me to do anal.
Oh, because you know some girls they want to save that for
Yeah.
marriage, so they use the other hole.
She saved the
Why?
vagina.
What?
She
Oh,
saved
yes.
the vagina for her husband, whoever she was gonna marry. But she allowed that other thing to
Oh,
happen.
get the
That happens
That's
out of here.
crazy.
People do that?
Yes.
I've
Especially
heard
when they
of
do
it.
the promise thing.
And you know what's
Like,
crazy about it? After I did that one, I never saw her again after that. Never saw her again. It wasn't like it was like I tried to see it. Just
I
we just
mean-
kind of lost contact with each other.
We need a whole show on anal sex because I
So
need
my
help.
thing is, how many people?
She wanted to save that for her husband.
many-
and
How
she-
do you
got anal.
like?
Yo.
I don't get it.
How many people got anal?
I don't know.
sure.
It hurt. I could tell it hurt. It wasn't like she did it often. When it just slid right in there. It was.
Why would you even?
Yo,
Well, listen, everybody
I
makes
was way
their
younger,
choice.
and you gotta understand, like that was the first time something like that was ever presented to me, and that shit
And
blew
it
my
was
mind.
presented
That's why I
well.
never forgot that. It blew my mind. 'Cause I was like, what? I said, yo, if we're gonna go there, we might as well go there. I was like, what's the difference?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
here
for some
like, what?
for some.
But you said you've heard of
girls-
something like that before.
Oh,
Yeah.
for younger girls, yes.
For
that's
some
like,
girls-
that's what they do now.
But
Like,
if
and I'm
that's-
saying
if
it's
that's-
very common.
that's
It's not-
really
It's either anal or oral,
Mhm.
but they'll save that other area
yeah.
for.
They say, and they do oral, they do hand jobs. Listen, a man will be very happy with a great blowjob or hand job.
I don't
But
think
I don't
think
know
a girl
how
can give me a
long.
good hand job. Like,
But I don't know how long he can be happy with only
He's
a
not.
hand job and blowjob.
So you've never had a good hand job?
Who's never gotten a blow?
No.
a good
hand, not blowjob, hand job.
Hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Somebody shaking the dice? No.
wait,
There's a lot
wait, you're
more
not
to it
into
than
that?
though.
I mean, that's the end result, right? What you gonna? What you gonna do? Cut on music and?
Well, there's
Do
a
all of
lot
this
of
shit
parts
to it?
of
Like, what you gonna
foreplay
do?
in sex.
Yes.
You do
Oh,
so many. Hand
What?
job is part of foreplay, you know. Let's not talk too,
Yeah,
too
it's-
deep
it's-
into.
Don't clean it up now.
No, like you know, a good hand job
Spitting and all
could
that
be
shit.
could be great.
So my question though, I wanted to know too, was you said you waited, your ex-husband waited. What was the end result? Why did you guys break up?
Split.
Oh man,
Was
like
it bad?
like I said, we were in the military. So when you're in the military, like life is totally different, and then you kind of come out, and either you kind of gravitate toward the life you used to have, or you kind of do something different. We just gravitated separately.
So separate roads.
Yeah, he wanted to go one way, and I was just not willing to go that way with him. So it just
Yeah,
didn't work.
they grew apart.
So
Most
okay, so
relationships
happens.
grow
that grew
apart.
apart. So
I
now,
thought it had to do with the sex and shit too. That's
and I want to elaborate on that. So knowing that you guys had sex and you said it wasn't good for either one of y'all, right? It was bad. What made you like? All right, I'm gonna put my best foot forward and try again and keep pushing forward through this. Like, what made that a
With
thing?
with him,
Yeah.
I mean, I had to. I was married to him at this point, so it's like,
How long were
Okay.
you married for?
oh man, we weren't even married that long.
too long.
Yeah, it was. It was
Really?
Yeah, it took me longer to
you-
divorce than it did. For
Well, y'all
the
married a
marriage.
year.
We took
1 year?
It took 2 years for the divorce to happen, and I think we were married maybe like a
Yeah,
year.
divorce takes forever.
Yeah.
That's just the worst.
This is why.
That shit takes-
for
that's
me,
just the worst.
I don't want to go down that road again. I'm
Anybody
telling you.
that's listening to the show right now, I'm gonna let you know it's easier to get in. It's hard as hell to get out.
Yes.
Divorce is draining, yo. Financially draining, very emotionally draining. It's just too much for anybody to deal with.
But that shouldn't stop you from getting out if you feel you need to get out.
But I tell everybody, yo, if you can like try to make it work, at least put like some effort in to try to fix the situation before
you
you
have
go
it in
down
you.
that road of divorce. Because I'm telling you, it's pure
Yeah, but
hell.
not everybody believes in even being married or I guess being monogamous. This generation is completely upside down.
You know how I think people treat marriage nowadays in this generation? They treat it
Yeah.
like it's a regular relationship. They think they
Yeah.
can say quits and it's over.
Yeah. I mean, that's
like
why
you can't do that. It's like, nah, you really got to try to, like, this is supposed to be your wife. Y'all got family.
Yeah.
Y'all got house bills together.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be easy to get out. So you need to really try to fix this and make this work. But they just think they could be like, you know what, I'm done with you. Like you was just dating your high school sweetheart or something.
Like
You can't.
Eve said, so many options. There's options.
The options are unlimited now, and honestly, anybody can just show like they're anybody on any social platform, you know, and that's what the point is. Because I mean, my parents, I'm sure they didn't have no options. You sticking with me forever, and that's it, and that's how they are, and not because my parents, they have a beautiful relationship. They love each other a lot, and I admire that. But they're also like their like brother and sister, like their family. They've been together for so long, you know, almost 40 years. That where do you go from there? Like they are just happy knowing that they're gonna be together forever, and that's it.
You know what I've noticed? She said like with the old, everybody got like some parents or grandparents that's been together forever.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think we can like really get into their heads or know the full true story, but I think there's a deeper story in there. Like somebody cheated on somebody, they just ain't gonna let us know that.
Of course.
I mean, for me,
I can almost guarantee you, I know my grandfather cheated.
I know my dad.
I don't think in my family.
But they still together. You understand? Like my
Yeah.
grandparents are still together. So my thing is like, you might see it like, oh, they've been together for 50 years. There was a few bitches in there that popped in and we don't know about because we was kids and we ain't supposed to know.
Well, let me
but
tell
mom
you.
dealt with some headaches and like, some,
Yeah.
where the fuck you going at 3 a.m.?
But
like,
they don't give
dealt
up.
with that
That's
shit.
the thing.
They
They
don't.
don't give up.
They
I
stick
know
with
families. I know like older couples. They've been together for a long time, and they, you know, the father has stepped out and had kids with other women, but they're still together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like they're never going to break that vow.
I mean, that's good too, but I'm just saying, like, as far as like divorce and everything too, like we kind of learned from seeing our parents or our grandparents. Like my parents broke up when I was like 7, and to this day, I'm in my 40s. My mother does not speak to my father since I was 7 years old. Not one conversation.
Wow.
So yeah, but she was also the type of parent that wasn't like, hey, you know, no, you can't see him. You know, he's got to do this. My mother never took us from our dad. So
okay.
we kind of grow up with that, you know, which is why I'm civil to my ex-husband, you know, knock him a few times, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, you kind of still have respect for what you did have when you were together up until that point.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all bad, because everybody always asks, how bad was it? It wasn't all bad, you know what I mean? But towards the end, when you go on your separate roads, it could
That's
be
bad.
bumpy.
Yeah.
It could be bumpy.
Really bad, depending
Right.
on the two parties.
Right.
Now, being that you said that, so now I'm going to ask you another question. So now, because, you know, it's about you right now, I tell you. So now, you got married, didn't work out, you got divorced. How did number 2 happen?
Oh, yes.
Because it's 2, right?
So you were married?
I know her. So your mind might be a little
Yes,
privy to some
No,
inside
I like
information.
the
How did
little
number
review.
2 happen? Like, what made you go down? Like, you know, I'm gonna do this again. And did you wait this time? Did you not have sex? Did you do the whole
Oh no,
Hold
no,
out?
I didn't wait this time. But it was definitely established.
I didn't know that. Hold up. You didn't wait till your marriage to after the wedding and then have sex?
Why? She's
You had
already
sex before?
done, you know?
I'm just
but
asking.
The
I don't
second,
know.
the second marriage, we,
Oh, I didn't know
no,
that.
we didn't
You
wait.
didn't wait.
Okay.
No, but
hell
it
no.
was definitely established because I was still very into my traditional mentality. Like, if we're gonna go this route and like we're gonna sleep together, like that needs to be our path. Like, you need to be sure of me. Like that's what you want to do with
Right.
me. So it definitely had to be established then. But I always wanted to be married. I was like, I love that whole idea of like that fairy tale. Like I was definitely one of those girls that thought like that was what you were supposed to do. Get married, have children. You know, you would have these careers. You would go travel when your kids went off to college. You would like, you know, be in love forever, sit on the porch with your tea and talk about grandkids. Like I really thought like that was the life. Doesn't end out that way, but
Not for
That's
you.
what
I
I
mean, I'm
thought.
sure it's enough like that for some people, and
Right.
I don't want to make anybody that's married in a happy relationship feel bad about it.
definitely
Like,
not, but
No.
It doesn't always end up that way, but it's a lot of work. So
How was the divorce now? What led to the divorce and how did the process go for you
which one?
for the second
the
one?
second.
I know you
yes.
said the first one was like a 2-year, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically I'm actually still married. We're totally separated.
Oh, like me.
Yeah.
I'm
but
done. Me and
technically married.
This one, my second kind of like partnering and departnering, I call it. It's totally different from my first. My first was very, very harsh. It was very bitter. It was very hostile. It just was horrible. This one is definitely more peaceful. And that honestly is because I truly believe I made it so, and I think I took the right steps in the beginning to make it so. Like, I did everything I needed to do. I went to therapy, I meditated, I prayed, I did everything first, and I was like, look, I just have to make sure I'm good. Because if I'm good, then I can make sure that everything I need out of this divorce, you know, financially, emotionally, physically, with regards to our children, was coming from a good place, and it wasn't coming from like a place where I was like being bitter or callous or trying to get back at him or anything like that. So it was basically just me kind of taking control of my own emotions and making it as peaceful as possible.
Now, would you go through it a third time?
No, I'm not getting married again. But I definitely do want a lifelong partner. I want to be with someone.
But then that's like being married.
That makes sense.
Yes,
you can have a companion.
But I want to.
But that's still being married.
But
the thing is that the piece of paper makes it so much harder.
Because you can walk away from each other.
And the expectations come once that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know about y'all. Maybe that's a
paper,
female shit. For a guy, that piece of paper don't mean shit to us.
Oh, it does.
The pussy don't change.
No,
the food don't taste no better. The craziness don't disappear.
But other
She's
things
still going to
happen.
nag you and annoy you.
You have to be living together. You're going to share the same space. You're going to share closet space. All of that for a woman, it's a lot of stress, right? Moving in with someone, having to deal with somebody 24/7, eating with someone, sleeping with you. I like just thinking about it right now. I'm 33 now. I got married at 20, and now I'm thinking like, I don't know if I can live with somebody for that long and them not get so annoying to me that I wouldn't want to be like, okay, I need 3 days off.
Do you think that you put in your own fears
I need a whole
before
week
it?
off.
Because you like before it happens, you're telling yourself, I don't think I could do this. Rather
No,
just
no,
diving
I'm
in and
not
doing it.
I'm not telling myself that, but I do feel that it's a lot when you have to take care of somebody else's feelings and your feelings as well. Your emotions, their emotions. Your health, their health. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. This is serious.
Together.
This is a serious question. Ready?
What?
This is only for you. Nobody else in the room. Just for you.
Tell me.
And be honest with me.
I am.
100% honest. Do you believe that you're the marrying type?
What do you mean, for men to marry me?
Don't come with all that. Just answer my question.
Yes.
Do you believe you, Evelyn, Poker Eve, are you the marrying type?
When you meet me, yes, I have all the qualities for a man that wants to wife you.
I hear butt coming.
They want to wife me quick. Yes.
Hey, we ain't talking about what they want to do. I'm asking you about you. Do you believe? See, she's dancing around here and ain't no music being played. Do you believe that you're the marrying type?
It depends who, because I need someone that is open-minded, that doesn't abide by rules. I need someone that is going to vibe with me in the same level. And not a lot of men, like, honestly, marrying a girl, a lot of guys see it as, this is my wife, this is it. I want more than that. I don't want to just be your wife.
Like what? Give me some examples.
I mean, what if things get very boring down the road, and then I want to do something fun.
Such as?
And then you are like, wait a minute. I don't know. Anything can happen, I guess.
Okay, so let me tell you what I got from hearing you say what you said, you know. It sounds like you're not ready for marriage.
Not at all.
You sound like you in love with yourself. Not in a bad way, so don't take that wrong. Don't take that wrong. Like, you love you to the point that you're not ready for that. Share your space. You know, my space. Your son, you know, you got him. To bring another dude into the mix, and then you gotta like kind of divide the time between you, your son, and now another person.
Yes.
I don't think you're ready for that.
I'm not ready for that.
Not saying it can't happen. That shit might be down the line.
Maybe in the future, but
with the right person.
But most people aren't ready for that. My point is, like, even when people want to get married, they're like, oh my gosh, I got a ring, we're getting married. Some people are not even ready for that. Most of them aren't.
I can almost tell, though.
Because I wasn't ready for it either. And now looking back, I was not ready for marriage. I was not fully capable of taking care of another person while growing myself and taking care of myself.
Mine was done out of obligation and loyalty. What about you?
Obligation and loyalty. That's kind of cute. That sounds good.
What was the question?
So like, no,
I was
because
talking to a listener.
with her, I know she said she was trying to get out the house and do her thing.
Yeah.
And you kind of said somewhat of the same thing. But I'm saying from my point of view, the reason why I got married, it was obligation and loyalty. I mean, like I said, we lived together. She was pregnant. She asked me to marry her. What I was gonna say? If a no would have probably ended everything.
I think it was that too. I think I won't say like obligation because I was loyal to him and whatever else, and he was good to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he was a good dad. He was a good husband. Well, boyfriend at the time, and then he became.
I was like, I kind of looked at what I had on the table, and I'm like, yo, okay.
Yeah, you kind of learn.
No, it's like what? Like
you know
what?
how it is when you move in with someone is when you really learn who they are.
Oh yeah,
So
and how
we
nasty they are.
I already knew, like who I was with.
I think I was 3 years living with her at this point. It was just like, it was one of those scenarios. It was like, okay.
Right.
But okay, say no doesn't change anything. I mean, y'all still gonna live together. She's still gonna be pregnant. Baby's still on the way. Like, what's the difference? So it's like, we did it. Okay, your last name changed. We did the court thing. We didn't do it a whole
romantic, like, oh, he got on his knees and he's like, marry me.
You know
that
what?
didn't really happen to me.
My second one was.
Oh, that's sweet. You see?
I did at the time.
Yes,
it mattered
because
when it
you don't
happened.
know that
It's
you're
a
going
beautiful
to
wedding.
Up in
I had
divorce.
everything.
Remember, you're taking a
pictures, all
risk.
of that.
But in hindsight, I'm just saying, like.
But you're taking a risk. You can't regret. Like at the time, like you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna marry her. Whatever. She's
Yeah.
asking me whatever. I'm gonna marry her. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get a house. You're not thinking, oh, this is a waste of fucking time because we're gonna get divorced anyway. That's not where your mind is. You're thinking, I'm going the long haul. This is the person I'm gonna grow old with. That's how it was for me.
Oh, definitely.
I thought I was gonna grow old with this man.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I didn't think I was gonna grow old, Mom. I didn't think I was gonna grow old.
I
You thought?
did.
Me too.
Really? At 20?
I
didn't think I was gonna grow.
I was the same way though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I don't need this big ass wedding. But that's because I wanted to do the same thing. Like I want to get into real estate. I'd rather do that. I'd rather invest more money into my daughter at the time. Like she was going to Catholic school. God knows how expensive that is. But I'm just saying, like, you have all these other things that you're like, do I really need that big wedding? Nah, I don't. But then again, when I was a kid too, it wasn't for me. I know a lot of women had. For you, I know it was, and it is, and you like that whole when you get. Oh, I want him to.
Well,
do
maybe
this.
in the future
But,
I do.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But now I don't. Right now I don't. It's because I'm very complicated. I feel that marriage is what you want to make it, not what the society wants to make it to be. A lot of people get like burned. Like for example, I think I was telling you about Tiana Taylor, right? And her husband. She's getting a lot of fire because she and her husband have threesomes because she likes to introduce other people into her bedroom. I just feel like that's not my business. That's something she wants to do. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, that's not really a marriage. Because again, that's what society sees a marriage being. Oh, you're not supposed to introduce anybody else into your bed and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but that's their marriage.
But that's exactly
and
the way that
she spoke about it. So
Yeah.
she's obviously proud of it.
Right.
And doesn't care.
Right.
So kudos to her.
If
If
you
it
have a
works for
good
them.
understanding,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean?
I mean, when you think about it, I don't know, Punch. This is a question for you.
Uh-oh.
What about men in like that industry, celebrities, basketball players, football players, men that they get a woman, but at the end of the day, they got so much money, they can just fuck anybody they want. And then they get married.
You want my point of view
and
on
then
it?
everybody gets fucking cheated on.
You want my point of view on it?
I want to hear
The
it.
All right, so now,
industry.
my thing is this. You kind of got to know who and what you're getting into, right? If you're going to marry somebody in that kind of field, right?
Right.
So now, you living in the big house. You got, money's not an issue. Car, all of that, right? You straight financially. You're good to go. But there's some things that come along with that. Because you got to understand, this dude was probably some ugly dude who never got no girls. Majority of them are like that. They never got girls in school. They don't know how it is to kind of, be around women that are very attractive of the opposite sex, right? They're real awkward. But when you got the money, the shit's being thrown at you. It's like, yo, here.
Well, not literally, unless you're a stripper.
No, it's literally being thrown at you. Here. It's being thrown, right? So how many times you think it being thrown at you so this nigga Cassius one of them be like, all right, cool. I'm going to take that. Can you blame him?
We kind of saw this, though.
Can you blame him, though?
No. When we were in Miami.
Oh, of course we can.
When we took a girls trip to Miami and we go to a club you know, we got into like VIP. Remember they put us
Yeah.
in VIP. We're hanging out. We're hanging out with all these young basketball players. And how many? I didn't even know who the hell these kids were. To me,
I didn't know who they were either.
I was
but
like,
I
there is
know
just
they were
a
from,
lot of tall black guys in this club right here.
I was
This
like,
is me.
they're definitely
And
in
you
a
got these
basketball team.
girls here, and they're like, oh,
Help.
they're from, you know, what? I forgot the basketball, the Philly basketball team.
76ers.
Them.
76ers, yes,
Oh,
that's
they're
where they
from
were.
They're from the NBA. They're the 76ers. And I'm there
Yeah.
like, okay. But they're all like, oh, and you know, and this and that. And they're basically all over these guys.
I mean, they are.
you could see what,
but with the
what he's
way
saying
they
that
act
it's just being thrown at.
Yeah.
in clubs, the way they act, when somebody has that presence and that, you know, they can move around, because women notice that when a man walks into a club or is hanging around and I see you, the way you're moving, like, yeah, you got money, I get that, but it gets a little weird and annoying for me after a little while.
So you're a girl. So
a lot of these guys, they move on to you. They want to, like, you know, they want to bag you. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
They want to bag you. They want to get you into bed maybe that night. And then if it doesn't work out, they don't even give you enough time to speak. You know, move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. To be honest with you, I don't have time to give.
So you're saying that from the female point of view.
20-year-old.
But from a young dude that never had money, and you get this money, and you don't even have to talk to the girls. Like, you're not throwing no game at them.
Yeah,
it's just really just being come at it. And I'm gonna just say this, for those that don't know, the viewers that's watching and listening, I rap. I've toured a lot. I've toured all over Europe, and I could tell you, and I'm not nobody that's super famous like that, but I've had scenarios where I'm just on stage performing, and the girls in the front row is like damn near ready, like I'm coming backstage to suck your dick.
Well, most
Do they
girls
throw the
like the guy.
So imagine a nigga that's famous and got the bread.
I mean, but you toured, like, you are in front of a big crowd.
Exactly.
So, of course, women are looking at you like you're a god.
Exactly.
Right.
Like this guy.
Punch. You know?
50.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, so if your husband's in that game, just understand that that's gonna happen.
50 got it thrown at him.
That shit's gonna happen, yo. If you like,
Yeah.
whether he's a rapper, ball player, entertainment lawyer, television star, actor,
A
DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, just the opportunities are there, and a man's gonna be as faithful as his options.
And there's so many hot women out there. Even with the hottest girl, there's always a girl that's hotter than you.
Let me see if y'all ever
For a
did this.
guy.
I used to do this with my wife. Everybody got, like, I guess a celebrity crush or something like that, right?
Somebody want to
Never.
fuck?
Right. So I was.
Just say
I
it
know
like
I
that.
do.
'cause
I always
then
used
I'll
to say,
definitely-
always used to tell her, I was like, if I ever cross paths with Holly Berry or I had the opportunity to, I'm going in. And she would give, if in her mind, she's like, that's not
But
gonna happen.
wait. Halle
But-
Berry's been married a few times,
I don't
and she
care.
always gets divorced.
I don't care.
There's
My-
something up there.
Don't care.
He's talking about smash.
Don't care.
Go ahead.
Just
Don't care.
smash.
But I'm saying, like, and she's like, okay, I understand. And then she'll have hers. But now you dealing with somebody with money, that fantasy is a reality.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, Sanaa Lathan really came back to my hotel room. Like, you can't get mad.
What if Halle Berry finds out that she doesn't like what she sees?
No, I don't think that'll happen.
Ooh, Punch, you're
That
that
won't
confident.
What are you
No,
trying to
no,
say?
I
love
You trying to
that.
say
I'm a
straight?
Virgo.
Oh, I thought it was the
God.
whole
Wait,
black thing.
why he
Don't
al-
think.
why
trying
he
to tell
always
y'all,
says
man.
that,
I'm a
Cindy?
Virgo.
I thought it was
What's
the black
up?
guy thing.
No, he always goes to the Virgo.
I ain't.
Wait,
I
wait.
didn't even put color in this.
I'm a Virgo too.
Wait, I
You
thought
know,
he, yeah.
I
Cindy.
know
Hey,
he's
the
talking
brothers,
about.
the brothers hold their own. All I'm
I
just
thought
saying,
maybe
I'm
he
a
was
Virgo.
talking about his penis size. Like,
Yeah, the black guy thing.
she ain't never gonna say no to this.
Oh, I ain't worried.
The black guy.
Yeah, but wait a minute. What's up with Virgos? Like, what? You're
Okay,
freaky? You like to fuck a lot?
We're gonna talk about
Anybody
this
out
on
there that knows
every
Virgos,
freaking
leave a
episode.
comment. Y'all know exactly what we talk about.
He always says that, though.
She a Virgo.
I don't know what he's talking about.
She don't know.
My sister's a Virgo, and I don't want to know what
Your
you're talking
sister's a
about.
Virgo? I
Yeah.
got to. Your sister's a freak. Your sister eat ass?
I don't know.
Your
I
sister
don't
eat
want
ass.
to.
Ask her husband. Don't ask the sister. Ask the husband.
No.
Like, yo, does she
Her
eat your ass?
boyfriend. Shout out to my sister,
Shout out
Mylan.
to the ass eaters.
Virgos and
She is not an ass eater. I
Virgos?
never said that.
Virgos and Scorpios are freaks.
Well, what? I've eaten ass. Is that a bad thing?
No.
You've never eaten ass before?
Yes.
What's the problem with
Nothing.
it? There you go.
I'm
okay.
just saying,
Cheers to
a
sometimes.
Virgos.
Sometimes you need to eat some ass.
Let me ask you a question. You was
Cheers
married.
to
Did your
those.
husband eat your ass?
No.
Did you allow him to eat your ass? And this like, nah,
Well, he just
I
didn't.
No, it just wasn't his thing.
this wasn't his thing. Damn, you sound like you've never really had like a full experience.
I'm not here
Let
to
me
blow
ask
up
you.
anybody's
So let me
spot.
ask you a question. No, we're not blowing. We're not saying names here.
Some people don't want that, though.
yeah.
We're not saying names. So let me ask you a question. So now, being what you've been through and all that, so now are you at a stage where you want to explore, where you're saying to yourself, you know, I wouldn't mind getting my ass eaten this time?
I mean, definitely, yeah.
You said that shit so politically
Yeah.
correct.
So I
So,
don't really say that I want
oh yes,
my
I think
ass
I would like some.
Hun,
the
do
one
you
that
know
shows
how good it feels when somebody
that
licks
I'm
your
never
ass?
promoting.
Yeah, I had a good before. Oh, you was there for that show? Yeah, I got a girl did that before.
Okay.
What?
But Sid, I was asking.
she was Dominican.
I just said, do you know how great it feels when somebody just licks your ass? It's the best feeling in the world. I mean, come on.
You're talking to a Mormon, right? So
What's going on? No?
my scenario was
Nobody's
different.
going
I
to
didn't know the
admit it.
girl
Only
was gonna
Alan
go
admitted
there
this.
until she went there, and then
Okay,
that shit
me
threw
and
me
Punch,
off.
we are the only ones that admit
Yeah, that
this.
shit threw me
So
off. That shit threw
Nobody
me off.
ate your ass before, Cindy?
I don't know about all that.
Pants on fire.
Really?
Look at her eyes.
I plead the fifth.
You know the camera's on your face. You
Come
can't plead
on.
nothing in here with the camera on your face.
So no one has
We
ever
see.
eaten your ass either?
I have done a lot
Not
of
for
stuff
me.
when I was married. Let's
Wow.
just say, just put it that way. What's
Come
the big
on.
deal? I was married, and yes, I was trying.
There
to
is no big deal, even if
Hold
you
up.
weren't married.
So the pussy's here and the joint is right here. So he
right
didn't
here.
like slip. He ain't nothing.
What do you mean slip?
Like his team just like go right there. Wow.
I didn't say he did.
Well, some guys
Oh, so
slip
you did.
the
I
other
just
way.
said I've done a lot of stuff
But
in
they're-
my marriage.
She got ass eating. She got ass eating.
We know.
But
she
did you
did.
eat ass?
No.
Never. Have you?
Nah, he wasn't into that.
Yeah, I ate a
you?
girl's ass before.
I did, but only because he asked me to. And honestly,
He asked you?
I loved
That was a
him,
freaky
so-
ass dude. No nigga really asked for it. Anybody that asks for it, you gotta
I
watch that
know.
nigga. He's doing a lot.
Some guys
Trust me.
like the kink, though.
he's an
That
ex.
doesn't mean that.
But what I told you, I said this before, if y'all remember, I always said this, guys don't go backwards in lifestyle. So once you introduce that to somebody and they like it, they're gonna expect that everybody to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They like, okay, y'all broke up with
Yeah.
the first girl that did it.
So then
This is how they roll.
You're saying that he had his ass eaten before.
But yeah, before.
So
Oh,
then he
for
wanted
sure.
to
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it,
yeah.
And he was like,
Especially if he
"Ugh."
asked for it. Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
asked for it
Nobody
way
goes
more
backwards
than
in lifestyle.
once, you know? A few
Yeah.
times, and I was like, I've never done it
You
before.
looked at you looked at him and looked like he's a little weird, right? Like
I was like, sometimes those things just happen. You know, you're down there, you're having fun, and then it just goes.
It was
But
his
I've never
birthday.
got nobody actually asking. I felt like
Was it his birthday?
it was not his fucking birthday. No.
Was it Labor Day?
No, it was not Labor Day.
y'all crazy.
No, but yeah.
How we get on ass eating? What other topics we got, sis? Because we just got
I don't
stuck
know.
here. I don't
We're
want to stay
literally
here too
talking
long.
about eating ass. I
Yeah, this
love
is
it.
not about eating ass. This is about marriage and divorce.
Well, she touched on the divorce, and of course, with marriage comes divorce.
Yeah.
But sex is
So-
super
How was your
important.
divorce?
My divorce.
Dun, dun, dun.
I asked for the divorce. Obviously he cheated and stuff. That's what led us down that road. But I did try. For a year.
Question: why do you think he cheated?
I really don't know, honestly.
I've
I think,
never asked
Did you ever think
that.
about that? Like, think about that. Why do you think he cheated? Not saying it's your fault or it could be him.
No.
I'm just saying,
I
like,
have to say I don't think it was the sex. I'll tell you that right now. That's why I was saying I don't think it matters how good the sex
Yeah.
is for a guy to marry you.
Yeah.
I just think somebody who's probably paying a lot of attention, and he kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And it was probably a while because remember we were together for 16 years.
you think he got bored?
He could have got bored. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to have communication.
Mm-hmm.
It was to the point where I'm in the bedroom, he's in the living room. If I'm in the living room, he's in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
There was no date nights. There was no real.
There's no romance.
In the
Yeah.
end, we didn't have sex for months. It was just a huge disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I found out, this chick is present or whatever, and it was me that found out. And then he wanted to make it work. He did try to fight, to keep
that's good.
us together for whatever reason. Because to me, I was like, I don't even know why, but
Well,
good though.
he probably owed you. He knew he owed you that. I mean,
Um,
16 years is a long time to be with somebody and then just say,
he didn't want
oh,
divorce.
it's over. Let's just
he didn't
do
want to
it.
break up.
Right.
He was trying to say nothing happened. But
Okay.
in the end, of course, this is who he's with and who he lives with now.
Oh, you're kidding
Oh,
me.
he's with her now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder
And
what
how
she
many
looks like
years
and what she
later?
does.
Wait. How many years
Sure.
later?
Huh?
8 years later?
What?
They still together?
This is 8 years later. 7
Since we broke up in 2010. 8 years later.
Yeah,
that's
8
who he
years
lives
later.
with.
You know what's
he's
crazy?
With her.
There's two ways to look at that. You could be mad I mean, the natural reaction, you're gonna be upset and mad at it, right? But then, you know, maybe they were supposed to be together, and then you supposed to be with somebody else.
I actually look at it as a blessing in disguise.
Right, like you know, maybe the story was supposed to come to an end. I gotta start a new chapter.
Quick. Yeah.
Right,
and I was fine with that. And it was me that was like, you know, we really gotta get out of this. And he was always thinking about money. So, you know, his question was like, well, how much do you deserve? Could you believe this motherfucker asked me how much did I deserve as far as the money?
Wow.
And I wasn't even thinking then, Eve, you know, because all I wanted was peace of mind. I just wanted that piece of paper signed.
Right.
He didn't sign until we sold the apartment. Thank God the first people that saw it are the people that bought it. Thank you.
But that's so funny how he just jumped to that relationship right after breaking up with you. Doesn't she feel that it's coming?
Hold up, he ain't just jump into that. That bitch been there the whole time. Don't believe this nigga.
On.
Nobody just jumps back into another situation.
We went to her daughter's 316 as a family.
I have to be honest. I respect someone way more who at least finds that one person. At least then, you know, like maybe they really fell in love.
Yeah.
Than the cheater that's just going around just cheating with whatever's available. Just anything that's popping up, they're just, you know, that's what they're going after.
But it's funny because he'll sit there now. I'm talking about now, present day, and say how unhappy he is to my daughter.
Oh God.
Unhappy with
What?
his current wife or with you?
Nah.
So maybe he just can't be alone.
I don't know.
I'm not cool
You know,
with that.
maybe maybe he just can't be alone.
His thing too is like, well, you know, because my daughter, she's like 50 in her mind. You know how Jade is. She's very
an
grown.
old soul.
And she's, you know, well, why would you be in something if you don't love her? Well, she takes care of me, so.
He just doesn't want to be alone. He's not happy being with himself, and so he's just gonna stay with whatever's comfortable and whatever's gonna be stable for him, and he's gonna stick with it.
And I had to just be like, I have people in my life now, like, so that he could back off too, because every time he would see me, it was, I miss you, I love you. Up until like last year, that I was like, all right, stop this shit. Like, I can't.
It just keeps your emotions in it.
How many years? Not for me. For him, I was like, bro.
Maybe some men look for like a mom in their relationship, somebody that takes care of them.
Some
that
guys
will
do
things for them.
Some guys do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Some guys do that.
But for me, like, anyway, so, to answer your question, it was a bumpy road, but it was the blessing in disguise. Like, I'm fucking way happier.
Because when you think about it in the long run, like, okay, let's say, you put forth the effort to try to make it work, but it's like, it ain't really naturally flowing together, and 20 years down the line, y'all probably would have broke up anyway because the shit just ain't working. Like, like, what, you gonna be mad at that? You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the thing, because there's so many people that are in that situation and they're scared to leave. They're scared to make the jump. They're scared to move forward. Yeah. You understand? You have to really look at yourself. Me at the time, I was like, I'm 37 years old. You're telling me that I have to stay in this marriage and be unhappy till like I'm in my 60s or my 70s? Nah. I'm good.
So my question would be
how
people that are in that type of relationship like you, Cindy, and then they overcome it, how much therapy do you need to overcome, like your spouse cheating on you, for example, and you still stay in it? Because a lot of people decide to stay in it and they decide to make it work, and it works, and that's awesome for them. I just don't see how you can overcome something like that.
I feel it's
in a marriage.
I also feel it's what the base of your relationship, what it's based off of.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
But look, like the majority of the time, people don't want to leave because of money.
Money.
Right.
I'm not gonna be able to pay this place by myself.
Comfort. Because you're used to this person.
Yeah, they don't.
You don't want your kids.
But this,
they're gonna have to pay you for quite a pretty sum for however long, and they don't want to do that.
Right.
But also kids, you don't want to make your kids unhappy. You want them to stay, and living this fairy tale.
But some people they'll try to instill that fear in you and be like, oh, you sure you want to break up? You sure you're gonna be able to do everything yourself? They start fucking with you.
Question.
Because he did it to me.
Question.
Yeah.
As you said that, right? What about the flip to that? What if you had to pay the guy?
He ain't getting shit. He fucked up.
Why? You want him to pay you? What's wrong? I'm just saying.
I didn't ask for that though. See?
I'm just saying. Like,
he was the one that said,
I mean, if I had the means and that's what I was supposed to do, and he's like taking care of our children, I mean, or whatever the case may be, I would gladly pay him.
Technically, my situation is a little different. On paper, she made more money than me. On paper.
So you got into the whole alimony and all that shit?
I could have went there. I didn't go there. Because you know how they try to shame you, and you ain't shit if you trying to take money from a woman. You know, that
What?
type of bullshit.
I've
do.
seen a
They
lot
do.
of these guys
Nah,
do it.
they shame you.
Especially celebrities.
They try to shame
They've
you.
done
Well,
They try to
I
shame
know
you.
My divorce lawyer was trying to, make me do like the alimony, and I was like, nah.
I
I just
didn't
want
even.
it out.
I didn't even do a
Yeah.
lawyer.
Fuck about all that.
I had no lawyer.
Yeah.
I didn't do
I
no
had a
lawyer.
lawyer.
I think what happens
No
is a lot
lawyer.
of people get greedy too. When a relationship ends, and sometimes when you sign that paper at the beginning and you're getting married, it feels like you're creating, like for the next years, and then you get divorced. You're creating like a paper trail, all things that what you make, what you do, how much money gets into the house, who spends the most money, who pays for what, who has what, and then at the end of the day, if you both own a house or anything like that, you have to, I feel like it has to be fair at the end of it.
But bust the scenario.
That's it.
So you said fair, right?
Not be greedy, not
when it
want
comes to
what doesn't
So peep the
belong
fairness
to
here.
you.
This is the fairness.
Okay.
I uprooted my comfort zone and went to her comfort zone in Atlanta,
Right.
right?
That's a choice, though. Go ahead.
Into her place,
So you moved
right?
to her place.
So let's say I lived in an apartment. Now I live in a townhouse. She wanted to go from a townhouse to an even bigger house,
Okay.
Women want bigger
Right.
things always.
right?
It's true.
So now all these finance and everything gets accumulated, boom. Now you telling me you want to break up with me. I ain't say I want to break up with you. You want to leave
Well,
me.
why she want to break
You
up
want
with
it
you?
to be over,
Why?
right? So now what that mean? I got to go back to the apartment
where you came from.
in New York. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's like, all right. She
Well,
was nervous. Lawyered up. I got a lawyer.
legally,
She
you
lawyered
don't,
up.
legally
Why?
you don't have to. You guys should. Well, no, it's
A sensible
normally-
adult would do
Yeah.
that. But we talking about somebody that fucked up and she cheated.
Mm.
So I got that card to play.
Bitch,
Cheers
she
to
too.
that.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, all you do is want to make sure that you have your sanity and your health and that you're happy and money can be remade.
Yes.
Houses can be sold.
Mhm.
You can buy yourself a new house, but you cannot
By
change your sanity. You just
But you
need
know what?
that.
This is the fucked up thing
And
to
your
me.
peace.
And you
And
know
your
what? You
peace.
also have to be happy that you didn't have any kids that
No, I
you
do
brought
have
into.
Yeah.
Well, with your. Oh, I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry. You
That's right.
have a
He has a son.
Yeah,
a
son.
son.
Yeah.
How old?
11.
Are you guys good together with him?
No, I don't talk to her. I don't know what's going on with her. I talk to my son. I don't talk to her.
But how is that even possible? You don't have no relationship with her at all?
I mean, I've tried. It's on her. I can't force her to do what she's supposed to do. I don't.
Yeah, you can through courts.
I'm not doing all that. There was no court there when I was fucking her. Why I need a court there now?
But you should
That's
be
how.
happy that
But
you
see,
didn't have any kids.
everybody's different.
5 kids.
Yeah, she
Oh
had
my
kids.
gosh, how many? What?
She had 25.
I do not have 25.
25?
She said that pussy up so bad that she was like, "Listen, I gotta get it all in." No, I'm
How
joking.
many kids you got?
No, how many kids you have?
Together we were a blended family. We had 4.
Oh, that's
But
beautiful.
I have 3. For my first
Okay.
marriage, I had 1, and then for my second marriage, I had 2.
Okay.
Wow.
But how does that all work out together?
Well, honestly, for my first marriage, my ex-husband, he's not really involved in my daughter's life.
Oh.
But for my second,
Wow, that's really odd.
yeah, for my second marriage,
That's odd.
I don't
we
like
actually do very well with the
I'm like, I don't like that.
co-parenting.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
We do well with the co-parenting, and honestly, that's I think more me than anything. I think we as women, we have so much control over that because we can. Like if we end up being bitter and horrible and just like nasty
Yeah.
people,
Yeah, like my ex.
it will get very nasty very quickly.
It's true.
But if we're good and we're like happy and healthy, and we just say access to the children, we need to make this work. Our children get to love every parent.
That's how it should be.
Then
Yeah.
then it works. But we have so much control over that because most of the time men just want to be involved in their kids' lives. They're not really looking to kind of, unless they want to be petty and kind of
Most
screw
men,
with
yeah.
with you mentally. That's fine. But most of them, if they're trying to just move on with their own lives, they just want to have access to their children. They just
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
have a relationship with them, and it's like they'll say to you like you can have that control. Just allow me access to my kids.
Yeah.
Let
Well,
me
those
build
are
that
nice
relationship.
men. I'm sure
Yeah.
that there are some.
See, the weird part with mine, I got divorced after my son was 2. So I'm like, you waited till after we have a kid to want to get divorced? Like, that was stupid. You
He
should
was
have.
2. He was tiny.
It was 2. That's what I'm like, you should have did this shit before we even had him. Like,
Or maybe she was thinking since he was young, like he wouldn't remember as
Wow.
much
Yes,
once
yes.
you guys separated, because once they get older.
but
then
that was dumb.
I
Yeah.
Because it isn't like you ain't got to deal with me no more. You have to deal with me more now than if there was no kid. If there's no kid, it was peace.
Once you have kids, that's it. You are locked in for pretty much the rest of your life.
For the long haul. And my ex don't look at the bigger picture. It's like, yo, I don't give. You can say whatever you want to say, do whatever you're gonna do, whatever. I'm still here. You still got to deal with me, like.
Right. Yeah. But you have to remember too. Again, these are choices we're making while we're in it.
Yeah.
You understand? So I'm married to this guy. I'm in love with, I love him. I'm having a baby with him.
We having a baby?
And
no.
But you know what I'm saying? Because you're in it. You can't sit there and be like, oh, I should have never done this. And
right.
It's just,
people think that.
It's just how it is. It's just how it is. You understand?
But in my opinion, I think you have to separate also the relationship that you have with your ex-spouse and the relationship that your spouse has with his kid and the relationship that you have with your kid. Exactly. Those are all different relationships, and a lot of people get it confused. One's like, for example, I'm sure there have been men that, their wife leaves them or they leave each other and they're very bitter and upset. And there are a lot of women that do the same thing, that they're very bitter and upset. And I feel like if you just take that energy out of the adult and you put it into the kids, like, what is my son going to think about me in 10 years? Like, how is he going to look at the whole picture in 20 years when he decides to have a family and have kids of his own? Like, I don't want to, a lot of parents, we fuck our kids up a little bit. That's just what's going to happen, because my parents fucked me up a bit. I'm sure my siblings are a little fucked up too. I'm sure all of us have a little bit of that. But at the end of the day, like, you always have to look for the best, what's going to be the best scenario for your kids instead of yourself.
Right. True indeed.
But not all of us think that way.
No, at all. I saw this picture one time on Instagram.
Like that.
No, they use the kid as a pawn.
Yeah.
The parents is at a kid's football game, right? And the parents are all wearing jerseys. It's 4 parents. One says stepmom.
Oh, I saw
father,
that. Yeah.
Stepfather and mom.
And mom.
And everybody's there on behalf of the kid.
Yeah.
I remember I screenshotted it and sent it to her. She never responded back, but my thing is that some people are just not mature enough to like even think like that. Like, there's a bigger picture here. Like, we done. Like right now, we're done. We're divorced. You remarried. You should be the happiest ever. You shouldn't give 2 shits about me. Like, what you mad at me for?
She's still mad at you?
So the fact that you you would think I did something. My thing is the fact that you still mad means you're not happy.
Does she feel that
you got married again just to be married? Like, you don't let us, nigga.
Does she feel like you're not doing enough for your kid?
Listen, I live in a different city and state. I can only do what I can do from where I'm at. She has to do her part to make this bridge happen. I'm not getting that on the other end. I've gone, and this is like during the separation. Everybody listen. So now I've taken time out of we separated. This is when the war is like really the war, right? I'm taking out of a month. I'll go there for 2 weeks. So it feels like I'm still married, right? I'm back in the situation.
Are you guys fucking?
And like once or twice, but nothing consistent.
So you are fucking?
No, not now. No.
Well, no, at that time.
We were separated. Everything was still new. So you're like, but she did it out of spite.
I thought he meant now. I was like, what?
No, she did it out of spite. Like, or some more like, I'm in the living room. She's upstairs. I'm in the living room. I'm talking to a girl or texting a girl, and then she'll hear that shit and then come downstairs in her underwear. Like, yo, like.
Okay, so maybe she still has feelings.
Exactly.
Huh? You got a choice in that too.
Listen, you don't know my ex. She's very demanding.
And she's sexy, I bet.
I would be like, no, we over.
Exactly. That's the first thing you cut off.
I'm with I remember I was with this girl in Atlanta.
You just like that.
I'm in Atlanta with another girl.
Stop
and I was in love with this girl.
Ain't that much
she would
love.
blow my phone up.
She would
blow my phone up
pussy.
like, yo. No, I don't. She was like, yo, blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, I can't believe I'm going through this by myself. I'm getting divorced, and you over here with another chick. I was like, why are you going through this now? Because I'm here with another chick. Like, she was really that demanding.
That's odd.
Like, she asked me to leave. I leave. I'm in New York. I come watch my son because she had to go out of town for work. So I'm like, yeah, all right, drop me off. I got to go. I was supposed to go see this other girl. So she goes, I think you should just stay at the house. Yeah, yo, drop me off right here in this corner. I'm good right here. I'm getting out right here.
2 weeks out of a month that you took off, you went over there?
No, but this was a consistent. Like, every month I would do 2 weeks.
Well, that's nice. And
You know, the holidays, I'm there Thanksgiving, I'm there
when
Christmas.
did it stop? When you realized that she wanted?
Nah, what happened was one time, this is the final straw where I was done. It was Christmas. I'm in Florida. And I think we was at, because she had another child before she got with me. So we was at her daughter's father's house. I was cool with that family too, so it was done crazy. So as I'm there, I'm like, you know, what's everybody doing tonight? She's like, I don't know what y'all doing, but, you know, I'm going out. Mind you, I'm from New York. I'm down in Florida staying with your people. So she invited her nigga to come chill with her for the holidays. But wasn't telling me, dude was like on his way to pull up.
Did you see him?
Nah, lucky I didn't see it. My friend came and got me before.
But why
I
is
saw him.
any of this
It'd been
important
really-
if you're separated? Like, I
Communication.
Don't get that.
If this is what we doing, let me know this is what we doing. I could have brought somebody. It's a holiday. Why you get to bring somebody you don't tell me?
Yeah,
And why would you spring something like that on me?
That's so petty.
That was
Like, why would
pettiness
you
on
spring
her
something
part.
If
something
you're
like that on
spending
me?
the holidays together, it should be for your kid, and there shouldn't be no one there.
But the
other than you
craziest part of
guys.
this whole story was while we in her, I guess you could say baby daddy's mother's house, the dude, because he got deported and lives in another country,
There's a whole.
he just
story.
recently had a baby with somebody else. So there's a picture on the mantle of the new baby and him and the baby mom. She's focused on this picture.
Oh my god.
And she's like really like torn up about this. Like, I can't believe he's gonna be there for this child. He wasn't there for his daughter and all this. I'm like, bitch, like, you fucking divorced me and you got another nigga on the way. What the fuck you talking about? Like, how selfish are you? Like, you sound crazy right now.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Selfish and controlling.
So when that happened, I called my boy
Manipulating.
911. I said, yo, you better come get me right now or it's gonna go
He
really
said
left.
911.
I said, yo, I was like, yo, you might have to get bail money if you don't come. I said, you might have to get bail money. I said, if this nigga think he gonna roll up and it's gonna be easy for him, I said, yeah, it ain't gonna work like that. I said, you ain't gonna shit on me out here in Florida. Hell no.
I'm out of here.
I was like, yeah, my man came, got me, and that was that. And what made it even worse, the bitch didn't come home till the next day. Mind you, I'm in her sister's house.
Where's the kid?
Who's with me? So now,
So she's with somebody else.
right,
while
she
this is
comes
the
home.
holiday.
She comes
Her
home at,
priorities are not straight.
she
But
came
you
home
guys
at
are-
1 in the afternoon.
You guys
We
were
separated. Came home at 1 in the afternoon. Took the kid and left. I'm still stuck in the sister
So
house.
she's just trying to get you upset.
No car, no
She's
nothing.
Trying to get you mad.
Nah, I was like, you know what? This is what we gonna do.
And it worked because it's still here.
You gonna change this flight? I'm out of here. What?
you see
There's
how
a 5
petty-
p.m. flight. I'm getting on the 5. I'm out.
This is how petty people can be
I left.
once you're done. Like you're finished with them.
I flew.
People can be fucking petty.
That day, I jumped on a plane. I never looked back. That was the last time we was ever around each other for any kind of gathering of anything like that. That was it for me. I was like, yo, I'm out.
So now when you go over there, where do you stay?
Oh, hotel.
Oh, okay.
Now it's more of expense, but I do the hotel. He has a basketball game or something. You know, I'm there for the basketball game. It was his birthday. I invited her new husband and her. I was like, you know, it's for my son. It's birthday. Listen, it ain't just about me and him. You know, y'all more than welcome to come. The way I told you this before, how I met the dude was really awkward, but I'm still trying to be the bigger person. She sent the husband and didn't show up herself. Stood home. I don't know this nigga from a can of paint.
That's petty.
Who is
part 2?
Who is this?
I'm telling you, I don't know my ex-wife.
What?
man.
Wow.
What would you do? Like, you don't know your ex-husband's new spouse, but you going somewhere involving the kid, and he just sends her, and he ain't in the
I
picture.
don't know.
But you
That
don't know this girl.
situation doesn't
But you don't know
apply
this girl.
to
You
me.
like, let's say you didn't know her. You don't know this girl at all. This is your first time. Awkward situation. I'm gonna throw you in this room with this person that you don't know that is my new spouse. How do you react to that?
I don't know. I mean, my situation is pretty.
How do y'all react to that?
It depends. Honestly, like I'm not that type of girl because me and my ex and his new girlfriend, we get along well. His girlfriend and I, we get along great.
guess it
She's
depends.
great to my kid.
Mm-hmm.
She has 4 of her own. Like we get along well, but
Yeah, you got a
I
unique
just
situation
don't
going
know
on.
how that would. Yeah, because I feel like once a person is over you, like if I'm over him, why would I care what he does with his life? Like I
Right.
want him to be happy. The only reason is because he's the father of my kid. Like I don't really care about him in that manner at all anymore. But I have to also think about my son. I have to think about the times that we were happy together in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We're not anymore, and doesn't mean that I even, like him anymore. he's not that
Right.
awesome, but he's a great dad, and I have
Right.
to respect that.
Yes.
He's not
And
the greatest ex-husband, but he's a good dad, so I have to respect that.
My son was a daddy's boy. He was like,
So you
Yeah,
know,
but you
but
gotta
not a
keep
lot
it
of people.
separate, though. I agree.
And
like,
exactly,
it's
like
two
it's
separate
hard, but you have
relationships.
to
And
because
that's I think exactly like how you think. It's
You
kind
have
of like
to.
you want them to be happy because if they're happy, then
Right.
your children will be happy. You don't want
Yeah.
them in a
Right.
bad situation. And
even
then,
with you. You see how y'all say that? Like, all right, you know, I whatever how you felt about the dude, you still let that relationship between the
Yes.
kid and the father
Yes.
exist, right?
yeah, at the end of the day, that is your kid, and you have to have a relationship with that kid.
She's
Oh,
with her
I
dad
don't have
too?
to be
This is the funky shit.
Thank
in
I
it.
think I told
Like
you
I don't
this.
have to deal with your ass,
This
but
bu-
that's your kid, right?
Thank you.
This is before the marriage happened, right? Before he even got engaged. Christmas time. So, you know, I like sent the gifts, you know, buy them, boom, send them. She wraps and puts it under the tree. He's like, yeah, Dad, you know, I see the gifts. I see blah, blah, blah. On the gift, you know what she put? You know, to my son's name from New York Dad.
I'm sorry. It's
No,
not funny.
no, she didn't. No, she
Yeah,
didn't.
on Nathan,
She
look,
put New York
from
Dad.
New York Dad.
No, she
So when he
didn't.
told it to me, I said, what? I said, all right, yeah, that's cool, Chris. Boom. So I call her.
New York Dad.
Because I'm not
How many dads he
gonna.
got?
I'm not
Why?
gonna.
Is there a fucking Florida dad in
I'm
here?
not gonna like, you know, put that on him to
Aren't
relay
they
the
in
message.
Atlanta now?
Yeah, but you know, she like I said, she's remarried.
Atlanta dad.
At the time, the nigga lived with her, so it wasn't like they was even married yet. So I call. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this New York Dad shit about? Oh, he's here, and I said, listen, it comes with the pussy. It ain't like this nigga wants to be a father. He wants you. If he wants to deal with you, he got to deal with the kid. The kid comes with the pussy. If he had an option to opt out, I guarantee you he would take the pussy and leave the
It's
kid
like
if he
2
could.
for 1 sale.
It
you
is-
know?
it is what it
I
is.
come with this.
But you got to remember, when I met her, she had a kid.
Yeah.
So if I had an option, yeah, I would rather the girl with no kid. But their daughter comes along with you, so and I have to deal with this. So if he's a stand-up dude, or even if he's a decent guy, he's gonna do the right thing. But no way in the world do you put from your New York dad. What kind of message are you putting in the kid's mind?
At the end of the day, like, you think you're hurting the other person, but you're really hurting your kid. And a lot of parents, they don't realize that.
No.
They're hurting their kid.
And they
You
might
know,
be
when they're
hurting
going with-
themselves in the
yeah.
end because children get older and they get wiser and they understand. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
see all the pettiness.
Yes.
And eventually they will turn and
They-
say, you've been petty all this time against the parent that loves
They'll
me.
definitely pick
You
the
know what I
side
mean?
that is
Yes,
right when the kids get older.
definitely.
And this is something that I've had a conversation.
So okay, because we gotta start.
Yeah, ask
to
another
get up
question.
soon.
Yeah,
9:51.
I just wanna ask one thing.
good.
I know you've done it twice already. Would you get married again? As for me, I say no.
Forever and ever? No.
I don't need to go to City Hall or get married in the church. I'm good.
Right.
I'm okay with just living with someone and being with them, because then if that doesn't work out, I don't have to go through the whole hoopla of trying to get out of it. That's
True.
me. Eve?
I mean, when I think about marriage, sometimes I think about like the beautiful, you know, that beautiful time you have walking down the aisle, picking up the dress, and getting the. I think about that. I'm a girl, and I still
Right.
have that.
I know you do.
mentality.
I could vouch for that. Yeah.
But I have to also think about: is there somebody really that's gonna be a good match for me? Because I don't know.
You're an acquired taste.
What?
You are. You're acquired taste.
There's just a lot of things that come with me that are traditional, but also are not, and then they're all mixed in. And
You need
some
a
people
dude
don't know
that's
how
gonna
to
allow
handle
you
that.
to do you, still be able to put his foot down in certain moments and take control.
Yes.
Cause you don't want no nigga you can walk over. I could tell.
Yeah.
See, how did I know this?
True.
So right,
Clearly.
Thank you.
right.
No, I don't. But
But yeah, you gotta wait. You ain't ready.
oh, I'm not ready, baby.
You're not ready.
She
I
just
am
said
not.
she's just legally separate. She's not
I'm
even
not
full
even
grown
divorced.
yet.
I mean, I've been legally separated for like over 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Why is like what's taking so long?
It's a private matter.
Okay.
There
I
you
guess
go.
we ain't supposed to know y'all. Fuck it.
No, we are not.
Hello.
I
At
just, I don't
all.
know. I don't know it. I'm just
No,
like,
it's cool, but no, it's not that.
Oh, okay.
It's more about like financially. We
Oh, okay.
purchased a house together, and I'm trying to do right by him, and he's,
Mhm.
I hope, doing right by me.
okay.
So it is taking a little time.
Oh, don't. please.
She's already done. Been there.
She's
done
done.
it
So
twice.
no marriage again.
No, I'm with you. I can live with someone, and honestly, I don't even know if I really want to live with him. I want him to go to his own house. Like we gotta have separate places.
There you go.
And I want my
I
own
like my
bed.
space.
And exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I want my own spot, and you can.
What if the spot's big enough for you? I don't have to like.
You
be
know,
on top of
that's
each
what I'm
other.
saying. If my house was big enough, he had his own wing, but I didn't have to see him all the time.
I could
we
deal
work
with that.
We could
That
deal
would
with.
be
We could deal with the wing.
I really
but
could.
Not if you have to. Not even if you just have the man cave. I don't want that anymore. No, that's too close.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody telling me either. Like, what
And hopefully
to do
we'll live
or
in different boroughs.
Ask me 100
I
questions.
feel
I'll
like
You know what?
that.
We didn't get into that.
Like
I just want to say that real quick. So for anybody that's out there getting married, for those that's looking to get married, you gotta understand that's an adult, a human being that you're talking to. Nobody has power over the next. Nobody should control anybody's movements. Whether you agree or disagree or like or dislike what they're gonna do, you gotta give them that space to grow and do their own thing. You can't really
Yes.
control nobody.
Yeah.
And I always felt like my ex tried to control me. But
Me
I never
too.
was that type of person to try to control somebody. I ain't gonna let you do some stupid shit that's gonna like
Exactly.
cost both of us some fucking hurt at the
I
end.
went through that.
But my thing is, you know, and I always use the 6 a.m. thing. Like if your husband or wife goes out and comes home at 6 a.m. All right, if they did it one time, don't jump on their back like, oh, look at the time, blah blah blah.
they're doing
This
it
is an
all the
adult
time.
you're talking about. But if it's a reoccurring thing, all right,
on.
you might want to start saying something like, yo, what's up? Like, motherfucker, you coming in 6, 7 a.m. every
and you
night.
might even say, I don't mind that you go out, but you know, you don't have to be getting home at this time all
Yeah.
the time. Because why are you out so
But if they
late
did it one time, like
all the time?
like ease up. Like, you know, this
At
is a
the end of the
grown
day, when
adult.
you get married,
There's no parents here.
married, you want to know where they are, what they're doing,
Yeah.
who they're with, what is this, a business thing? Is this like are you going out with your friends thing? That's the thing. That's the expectation. Once you get married, you have that for the rest of your life. That nagging person always, because it's not always the girl. Let's be honest.
It's the guy
Sometimes
too.
it's the guy too.
What time you gonna be back? I haven't even left the
So
fucking house.
where did you go? And
That's
where
those
are
all
you
lies.
going?
We front. Don't take them serious. We front.
I think if I would have to put it in one little sentence really quickly, I don't want to be married because of that reason. I don't want nobody to tell me what the fuck to do. I want to be my own person.
Yes.
You can come along with me, but and it doesn't mean I'm
I
being
think you
disloyal.
can live that way too.
I just want to be my own person.
Yes.
and do
I
my own
think
thing.
what you got to do is you got to get a mature person, even somebody that might have been married before, right? You got to get a mature person
That's cool.
that understands that. If you get somebody that's never been married before or somebody that's a control freak, then you're gonna have that problem
or
of
a
feeling like
fuck
they're
boy,
control.
because fuck boys are
No,
everywhere.
don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say
Well,
that. I
listen.
stop every woman. Don't say fuck boy.
Why?
That's gay. That doesn't mean you a
How
sucker.
is that gay?
I'm from Atlanta. That's where the term is originated from. Fuck
There are
boys, the gay
so many
guys.
fucking fuck
Okay.
boys out there. Please.
Okay. We really gotta wrap this
Okay,
up.
but I'm gonna just. I never said my piece. So would I get married again? Yes, I will get married again because now, from my experience, I know what I want. I didn't know what I want before because I was still experiencing.
I will
it.
be at your wedding and yours too.
And I will
'cause it ain't
come.
gonna be
Yeah,
me.
I know what I want, so I'll say
I will
that.
come.
I will get married again.
It's not gonna be any of us.
I would doesn't mean that somebody's gonna fucking
You could
ask.
just come hang out with us. We be at your wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, but we gotta like wrap this up.
Let's
This is
wrap
the
it up.
End of our show. Thank you for those that tuned in. Our
Yeah.
first YouTube live show.
First, you know what I mean?
I'm so
Shout out.
excited. Blunted on reality,
Shout-
guys.
Thank you, 8-Ball Radio.
8ballradio.nyc where you can listen to it live and archive, and also you can check the YouTube Blunted on Reality show. Make sure you follow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to
Yes.
50 Cent.
Yes.
Our
And the new
link is
champagne
on
company?
our
In
show,
our bio.
in our
Yeah.
bio. On
Oh, and
our
real quick, give the IGs.
page.
At Sinlova, LOVAH.
Our page is Blunted on Reality Show, just like that.
And yours?
And mine is Polka Eve, POCAEV.
And mine's is punchline_NYC. You can find me on all social media outlets under that name. And you want to give yours? Okay. She's super duper
And
private.
thank you to this wonderful studio.
Yeah.
Cast Sound
Sound Lab.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sound Labs.
And thank you guys for tuning in, listening, watching. Leave a comment under the videos and all that on the audio and everything else. And like I said, once again, shout out to 50 Cent and the Champagne Company for helping us spark this little celebration off right here. This is really
Yes.
dope.
And
And it
we're
tastes good. It
you-
was really cool, sweet, and smooth.
We are going to be back, though, on the 23rd of August. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that.
Stick to our pages for the topic.
Yes, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel so like that you can listen to us every single time.
That link is also in the bio. At Blunted on Reality's Instagram page.
Yes, it's Blunted on Reality Show.
Because we are the show where
no topic is off limits, bitch. We're gonna talk about. I want to talk about like something sexual next show. Let's just see what that's gonna be.
I feel like you always talk about something.
I just want to talk about sex.
I know, but this isn't just the talk about
sex.
Let's
talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
All right, we out. We off.
All right, yeah, we out. We off. Maybe I'll bring a porn star next time.
Oh, bye.
I like that. Bye, guys.
Peace to everybody. Catch y'all next.
See you on the 23rd.
Catch y'all in 2 weeks.
Bye.